What is going on, my Patriots? How y'all guys doing? I miss you guys, man. I really do. Yeah, I missed you guys, man. If it's your first time tuning in, this is my broadcast on here. The new main channel is Official Patriot News Live. Uh, we already got it streaming a little bit on the Joel Davis Media Network side, but for some odd reason, if you can't see it or you want to join this channel here, please come over to this one because this is the one that I have rebranded myself and probably going to rock with that because YouTube may be taking the other one out of its wins. Um, Before I start, I want to give everybody to let everybody know that hey, what's going on, Claudia? I'm glad that you're in the mix, man. Share the broadcast. I want to give everybody a chance to say I appreciate you so much for coming out tonight and supporting me. I'm sorry I have not been on my grind like I've been. Like I said, had a lot going on, man. If you see behind me, my room, our room, me and my wife room, we got packaging everywhere. Her business kind of blew up a little bit this year. So let's give a hand for her on that. Huh? Yeah, the wife is killing it, man, a little bit. She got if you want to check her out, go to her Facebook. I think it's April Treasures.
What?
Your stuff on Facebook. April Treasures?
It's in the messenger. But it's they can it's in messenger.
Yeah, it's in Messenger. So just check her out. My wife's name April Davis. Y'all already know how she looks. So, if you don't know, you can talk to the fans. They'll let you know. And I absolutely love you too, Claudia. And I'm glad that you're back in the mix. I hope you and the family is doing well. Oh man, guys, a lot has happened since I've been away from here, but I'm back. I'm focused. Uh, my wife says hey as well to everybody, to including you, Claudia. Let's talk about it, man. Tonight's show, we're gonna talk about what has happened with the Daniel Penny verdict and how all the BLM people are losing their damn mind. We already knew that was gonna happen. You see the background behind me. You know what I mean? The black guy looking like he's lost and don't know why in the world he's here. Like, don't get me in this pitch. I might not be able to to return to any family gatherings. We also going to talk about they finally got the suspect for the CEO of United Healthcare. That's crazy. They got him at McDonald's, allegedly, because they say you're innocent till proven guilty. And we'll talk about the allegations allegedly against what's going on, bro? Against what's his name? Jay-Z. Man, who would have thought that all of the billionaires in the rap community, the old heads, are getting caught up in all of this scandal? And then we'll hit to other news that may tickle your fancy and everything else. Again, like I said before, you can also catch me on my new podcast that I got. You can't make this BS up. We have already done a milestone since I've had it, and since I think I had it since August. I was inspired August to actually do one. So me and my wife was like, all right, what you gonna do? What it's gonna be about? And I said, you know what? I'm gonna do it in seasons. So we already did 2 seasons worth of it. First season was about killer neighbors. This season here is about wives who commit deleting their husband. And right now we have gotten combined since I've been here since I've started 316,000 plays, guys. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? Wow, 316,000. That's a lot, dude. That is a lot. That just tells you how I have evolved, I guess, since doing this whole broadcast thing. Because I remember I was very shy on camera. I was messing up with words, and I've gotten better over time. So I am grateful about that. I'm very happy, and everything else. But anyway, we're gonna go and jump into the Daniel Penny verdict. Now, if y'all haven't heard about Daniel Penny was the young man who was on the subway one morning. There was a guy on there acting erotic. His name was Jordan Neely. Now, Jordan Neely had a history of mental health. All right. Not only did he have a history of mental health, he also was a street performer, and he also have had multiple run-ins with the law. 42 run-ins to be exact. So when you got 42 priors of the same problem of being erratic, having crazy behavior, it's just like my mom and dad used to always tell me. Keep playing games, and you're going to keep playing stupid games. You're going to get a stupid prize. And in this case, the prize he got lost his life. Now, I understand that all the BLM people are, they got to be relevant. I call them the master grifters. They only come around whenever it's white on black violence. Okay, if it's a white man does something to the black person, that was like, oh my God, I told you guys it's racism. It's racism. No, it's not racism, guys. Listen, the facts of the matter is this man was a menace due to the fact of his mental illness. Now, the father is now up there crying, talking about my son, my son. Listen, I'm quite sure the man is grieving. I'm a parent myself. If something happened to my children, I would lose it. Okay, that's just granted. But there's a big but there. Y'all failed this man. This man was also in the foster home system. His mother died at a young age. And not to mention too, y'all talking about, well, he had a home to go to every night. Okay, well, I guarantee you, y'all was quick to rush him out, wasn't you? Because you didn't want to deal with his craziness. You didn't want to deal with the erratic behavior. So you pushed it out on society. And because of this man lost his life. Now, getting back to Daniel Penny. Daniel Penny has nothing to feel guilty about or anything like that. He is a trained Marine. Marines are trained to defend, just like the Navy, which is the parent of the Marine. We are taught to defend. All of us is taught to defend. That's just what it is. Military instinct. I'm the same way about my wife. You know what I mean? Or not even my wife. It could be anybody. If I see somebody in danger, I'm gonna go try to help. It's just an act you have, when you're a military person. The problem is that Daniel Penny was a white man. That was the problem. Now, I'm telling you now, if Danny Penny was a black man and he would have done this to this young fella, I promise you, we would not be having this discussion. The black man would have went home. You think they would be out here, BLM would be marching for that? No, they wouldn't. You think the family would have be trying to get a lawsuit? Baby, maybe not, but doubt it. And even if they did, it would get thrown out, or they wouldn't do it. It'd be a waste of time. They wouldn't do it. So I know this. This is a money grab now. This is a attention grabber. This is what's going to happen now. They're going to try to sue Daniel Penny. I'm quite sure the lawsuit will probably get dismissed. And when it gets dismissed by the judge or rule in Daniel's favor, they're going to go to New York City transportation system or whatever the subway company that it's a part of, or how the subways runs in New York City. I don't know. I'm not from New York. They're gonna go through that part and do it like that. All right, Thee. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Please share the stream. Now, here's the next thing that we got to look at now. Let's talk about the judge in the case. Now, the judge in the case, let me look at my notes here. Yeah, I'm looking off my phone. I'm doing a lot of this on my phone. So if I look at my notes, there'll be some I've taken throughout the day about what's going on here. Uh, and y'all, please donate to the channel. Donate to the channel too, through the Cash App as well. And I'll make sure that you guys see that in a minute. All right, give me 1 second. And let me look this up, because this is important about the judge. Okay. So the judge on the case, which is probably a liberal judge, which I don't doubt it, because it's a guy named Judge Maxwell Wiley. Maxwell Wiley wanted wanted the whole thing to be where these folks would convict this young man. And when I say convict, I'm talking about convict this young man for murder. I mean, for manslaughter. Excuse me, not murder. Manslaughter. Now, the manslaughter part of the case, they could not come to an agreement, because all of the people in there were, you probably had a holdout or whatever, undecided, or someone that did this and that. But they could not get anyone to look at this thing. So they're like, all right, so if we can't get nobody to really look at this situation here from this standpoint, then what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go ahead on and drop the charge. So they dropped the charge because it was deadlocked twice. So he thought dropping it for the lesser charge, he was thinking in his mind, the judge probably was, okay, I can go out here and look out for the people here that really want justice. I could tell them, hey, we dropped the charge. It is what it is. It's a good chance that the prosecution will get that verdict. But it didn't happen that way. And the reason why it didn't happen that way is because the judge basically contradicted himself. The guy, he contradicted himself. You cannot drop a charge of manslaughter and think that, okay, they could get him for the lesser charge. If they having a hard time with man and they was locked up twice on that, that's probably going to be harder. They probably going to find him not guilty on the other charge. Because when you say negligence is basically saying on that charge that you were in control of putting that man, annihilating the threat where the life was not lost, which by all means, that's not true. Because if you're trying to save a life and the guy's acting erratic, you're scared for your life, it is what it is. Oh, well, you got to remember, Claudia, this was BLM chance to get back to burning, looting, and burn, loot, and the M word for murder. But it didn't happen that way because people are past it now. That was so 2020 and 21. We are in now 2024 going to 2025. People don't want to be rioting anymore. People know that does nothing good for them. It messes up the economy. everybody right now people just don't want that. That's not going to happen no time soon because it doesn't solve anything. It just causes chaos. You know what I'm saying? It caused more chaos than good. So people are now saying, I'm not doing it. We're not on that page. You know, your Wokians, some of your Wokians done slow down with that because they done known since the election of Trump, America doesn't want to see any chaos no more. Now, the grifters that was at this uh conference about this young man, Daniel Penny, was screaming out that, well, maybe we need to be a vigilante and we need to choke somebody. We need to choke somebody. Okay, so choking someone as a vigilante is not what happened here. The guy was a threat. He was a threat to the people around him because of his erratic behavior. So the guy did a service to spare everybody from all the BS. So what are you talking about when you're saying that, oh yeah, we need to jump up here and choke somebody? No, that's not the right answer. That's horrible. That is deplorable at best. It's disgusting. What we need to do is what we've always done: stand on business, and the business of doing what is right when no one is looking. Now, this is what I have came to the realization of this, my personal opinion. Do I think that Daniel Penny was guilty? No, I do not. I think Daniel Penny was very much in his right to do what he was supposed to do. When you are going to protect people, especially the people that you consider a citizen like you and me that travels these these subways and public transportation on a regular basis, we need to respect, and I mean it, we need to really respect the fact of the matter that somebody was willing to put their life on the line to save a life. That is being a good Samaritan. Now, here's another thing we can take away from this and why I stand by Daniel Penny. The father has been out of this boy's life for a long time. Even when his mother died at an early age, he was nowhere to be found. This young man had to go through foster homes. So what makes me mad, and it's the same situation like it was with George St. Fentanyl Floyd, these folks wait until somebody passes away, and then all of a sudden their attention is, I love my loved one. I miss him so much. I just want to see him again and all this bullshit. But where was that energy when they needed you the most before they got killed? Where was that energy was when that person needed you when they were going through that mental health crisis on a regular basis? Did you try to give them help? Did you really try? Because, you know, some people say, oh, I tried to help my child or help my brother, my sibling, or whoever, but they refused to help. But did you really help? Did you really went through the channels of getting maybe a guardianship or maybe a conservatorship, something of that nature to help that person understand you need me to help you so you don't be a disaster to society and to yourself. I want you to live. That was the problem. No one has not get the help he needed. He didn't get the motivation he needed to get through his mental illness. And I'm talking about from a perspective of me, of I have mental illness. I have depression, manic depression, and I also have bipolar disorder. I myself have to have support. That's why a lot of times y'all don't see me on here. is because I get in that mode where I don't want to deal with nobody. I don't want to be around nobody. My outlet to get through that type of mindset is taking my medications like I'm supposed to. Thank God for my wife that does that and help me with that. And also, too, having an outlet like my gaming. That's why I love gaming, because I can get that as an outlet so I don't go crazy. I don't get in a funk. And that's why it takes me a while to get back to doing my shows and stuff. And it's just it's going to be like that for the rest of my life. I mean, it's not like, I'm one of those guys that say, "Oh yeah, I'm slacking because I'm lazy." It's just because it's just how I'm wired. A lot of people wired like that. I mean, it's what it is. And then, not to mention too, I also have a family. And a lot of these guys that do this YouTube joint, they don't have families like I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have like a major family like that. You know what I'm saying? They may have a wife, and they may have, one or two kids, or their wife is helping with the kids all the time, and they got that extra time to do what they're doing with this. But some of us, you know what I'm saying, ain't got it like that. Because my wife has disabilities, and she has bad health goals too, and she has mental health that she deals with. So there's times that I can't get on it. I gotta do what I gotta do. You know what I mean? But you know what? I've gotten past the point that it don't bother me no more, because I know the people will be here. The product is here. If your product's good, no matter how long it takes you to get there or whatever, people are going to take care of you and look out for you. So again, shout out to Daniel Penny for being a good Samaritan, protecting those folks. I'm glad he's home with his family. Daniel, listen, man, if you can see my broadcast, don't let nobody make you feel like that you committing the action that you did on that subway, that you was a piece of poo and you don't deserve to have freedom. You deserve every bit of that freedom, because you protected a lot of people. If you wouldn't have acted, who would have known what this man would have done to those people on that subway? Okay. It could have been very brutal. So again, thank you for stepping up, being the man that you are, and God bless you. And that's all I got to say about Daniel Penny. All right, we're moving on, man. Another topic. We're going to talk about the suspect. Man, wow. This right here is crazy. All right, hold on for 1 second, y'all. Give me one moment. About to go to commercial break. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. sorry about that commercial break. I had to go to commercial break right quick. You know how it is, man. Anyway, man, thank y'all. Thank you so much for the quick wait. Again, if you just tuning in while I was on commercial break, this is Joel Davis Media Network. We getting it in tonight. If you on the TikTok side, you can definitely see me on YouTube. All you got to do is go to Official Patriot News Live or Joel Davis Media Network. Yeah, so I mean, I'm in the mix, man. I'm in the mix. Shout out to Stacy YNC. Tell me, y'all share this. Definitely share this if you're on the what they call that joint, Instagram. Let's see what I got going on here on the other platforms. See how many people is vibing to this before I go talk about the next topic about the homeless, the health guy. Crazy. All right, let's see here. So far, we got 65 people following y'all. Share this also on X. Share it. You know, don't be shy, man. It's X, you know what I mean? Don't be shy. Anyway, let's get to talking. So we're gonna talk about the crazy story of the CEO that got knocked off in New York City. Now, guys, listen. I thought I was looking at, you know that movie Born, the whole Born thing. I really thought I was looking at something like that because it was like, yo, y'all fucking with me right now, right? Like, y'all really think this dude might have done this? You know what I'm saying? Like, you start to think, like, could this really have happened? But yeah, we really got some real stuff here. Yeah, go ahead. Drop a link on X, man. No worries. Share with everybody. So this is what happened. So the CEO, Brian Thompson, is leaving his hotel. All right. He's leaving his hotel from the Hilton in New York. And if you haven't been to the Hilton, it's a very nice hotel. I've been there when I was in my military days, being a hoe. Oh, those crazy days. Yeah. And and that's when all this happened. So this happened on so he goes up, shoots this man. So after he shoots the guy, he jumps on an electric bike, runs down through what they call it, Central Park, which y'all know Central Park is like the staple of downtown New York. It is a tourist attraction. You know, that's the first place. You know, they want to check out Central Park and Times Square, you know, because those are iconic places in New York. So he's going down and everything else. They said somewhere along the line the guy took a cab and boom, he gone. He is gone. Like shit, like the shit's crazy. So they go, and that's when everything starts going from there, the investigation. Now, they kept the investigation tight-lipped to us. They only dropped breadcrumbs. Like the first breadcrumb they dropped, okay, dude was seen around area since last week. Okay, so he got there a little bit during the Thanksgiving holiday, a little after Thanksgiving holiday. And then after that, he basically, I guess, surveyed guy, found out where the dude was. They found out that he took a ticket from Atlanta to New York. I think that was probably a diversion type of thing, trying to throw him off so they wouldn't think that he was actually from the area. He could. I wouldn't be surprised if he would have drove down to Atlanta and brought a flight and did his thing. Uh, you know, they found that out about him. Now, after this happened to Mr. Thompson, everybody started taking their CEOs out of these medical companies like Blue Cross Blue Shield. What's the other one? Man. Oh my God. It's the military has it. They took their CEO off. Everybody took their CEO pictures off everywhere. They were trying to make sure nobody knew where their CEO was or what they were doing. Changed schedules, they hidden conferences. People was in a panic. You know what I'm saying? Because this dude don't roll up here like 007 and, deleted old dude. So after that happened, they pinned this guy down till today. They found him at a McDonald's, which is crazy, in Pennsylvania. It's called in for the action. What I'm hearing from the news is that he had a family member that is sick close to him, and I guess they insurance would not pay for them to get better, or would not cover it, and he took it out on the company. He even had a manifesto too. And they said that he was shook too. And he was on the computer when they got him too. I wonder if he was drinking a frappuccino. Well, here's the thing. The dude was an engineer, what I've looked up. He came from an Ivy League college. So the dude is phenomenally smart. The gun that he printed out was a 3D gun. Now, I'm going to say this. I feel like they did get the right person, number one. And number two, I really do believe that this guy probably did this because of what's going on with his loved one. Because, see, he even called them parasites. And, God, let me tell you something. A lot of these companies, these medical companies, they do some very awful stuff. And they don't get accountable for it. There's a lot of people that loses their loved ones' lives every day because insurance companies won't cover this or won't cover that. Now, I know that we are all responsible for our health. I know it. I know a lot of y'all gonna say, well, Joel, there's got people that, what's up, Sergeant, man? They're gonna be like, You got people that, you know, that is overweight and stuff, and they know better. Well, it doesn't matter about that. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is the people. Is the people assure them that you would take care of them medically. And what happens is these companies do screw over a lot of their citizens, a lot of their customers. And yes, that's why it makes sense why they would be like that. Now, am I saying that I am endorsing that it's okay to go after the CEOs of these companies or these companies because their company they work for did not take care of you? No, I'm not encouraging that, because it's not just, you can't blame just the CEO. The CEO got to go by his board of directors. He's got a board over him. You know, he can pass for ideas for that certain disease or that certain type of cancer procedure to be approved by the company, and you have a low deductible or middle deductible. Yeah, hold on for 1 second. All right, you good? I'm back. Sorry, my wife trying to come in. So I can see why the young man is upset. Now, again, I don't support this type of behavior. I feel like that violence is never the answer, and you can't take it out on the CEO, because now this man has lost a family. I mean, you know, his kids now are never going to see him. They didn't have a chance to say goodbye to daddy. You know, they didn't have a chance to hold daddy. So this right here is a tragedy in itself. So no, I'm not going to support that. I would never tell you guys to support any kind of BS like that. But again, I'm glad they got him. I hope he knows that now he is not going to be able to find any kind of cure for whatever family member that he's worried about. Hope it's not his mother or his father, because now they're going to see him behind federal bars, because they may give him fed time on this. They may. I don't know, because there was a lot of intricate stuff that he did cross state. I don't know. You know, there's a lot of things that's got to be looked at before we can actually say what they're going to do. But I just know he ain't coming home. He is not coming home, because when they took him into custody this morning, they kept him there. They got his fingerprints and all. They got him on a gun charge, and now they done slapped this charge on him. Now, guys, please believe he is innocent until proven guilty. All right, so we have to say allegedly. Now, the family of this young boy is shocked. And he had a cousin, guys. He has a cousin as in the government. He's a representative out of Maryland. The guy's name is Nino Mangiani. And this is his statement that he said about his cousin. He said he would not be commenting on the matter. His family also said they would not comment on news reports of his arrest and the allegations against him. Now, there was a statement written by the family. The family did write a statement finally. They said, "We know what we have read in the media. Our family is shocked and devastated by Luigi's arrest. We offer our prayers to the family of Brian Thomas, and we ask people to pray for all involved. We are devastated by this news." And I'm quite sure they are. I mean, you know, who wants to wake up to 26-year-old son or brother or cousin or best friend who's went to an Ivy League school? The guy was a freaking engineer, you know, go out here and get arrested on alleged charges like this with evidence mounting against him by the second. So, as I said before, I have to say alleged until he is found guilty in the court of law. That's what we have to go by. So I understand a lot of people gonna tell me, well, Joel, he did it. They got the evidence. It doesn't matter. Till he goes to court and gets found guilty, he is innocent until proven what? Guilty. That's what we do over here, man. That's just how we're gonna rock with everybody. So people don't like it, you know what to do. It is what it is. All right, moving right along to the next phase of the news. Oh, I was supposed to tell y'all my synopsis here. What I think about what happened to the CEO and all this hoopla with the suspect. At the end of the day, the lesson learned on this is no matter how much pain you're going through in your life with your family and things of that nature, when Big Pharma is the one that's causing it, you have no right to play vigilante and take a life. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. What you have to do is you're going to have to pray and find strength and peace to get through it, because Big Pharma is not the one that caused the disease that your family has. Okay? Just keep that in mind. They didn't call the illness. They might have not covered the stuff that they should be covering, but they didn't call the illness. You should be focusing and praying on the source that it came from. So that's what I got on that. All right, let's talk about that's another head scratcher in the news. So y'all know that right now the P. Diddy saga has been insane. I mean, insane. Well, guess what? Now they done got the Jigga Man involved. Yes, that's right. Jay-Z, Mr. 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Well, looks like you got 100 now, because it seems like there is one, but I'm not calling the victim that, but it just metaphorically speaking. Well, right now, y'all know Tony Bugsby. Now, Tony Bugsby is this guy who is racking them up, okay? When I say racking them up, he is getting people involved in these lawsuits. Now, the lawsuits that Diddy got so far is about 100 plus, allegedly. 100 plus lawsuits. Diddy got so many lawsuits that they treating Diddy like a class lawsuit settlement, like he's a big Fortune 500 company. You know those commercials. Hi guys. As any time between the years of 2000 and 2020 that you were near this company here, company A, where they had all of these chemicals, boric acid, and it might have made your fingers feel like that they're drying up to the bone, like your skin is peeling off at an excessive rate, you may have a lawsuit. That's how they doing it. Call 1-800 get Diddy. Imagine that shit. I'm sorry, but I would be so pissed if I'm Diddy and I see that shit being seen to me while I'm locked up in the Brooklyn federal detention area, and I'm seeing that shit. What do you mean class lawsuit? What? People just coming out the woodwork now. Everybody trying to get money from Diddy. Tony just going through. I don't even think Tony Bugsby vetting these fools. I think he just like this. How did it look? Oh, the big chandelier. Yeah, it has a big chandelier. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. What room were you on? What floor? Second floor? Huh? It had the huge bed. Yeah, he's got a lot of huge king beds in there. Yeah, I'm going with you. You're good. You're good. Just sign on up. I'm going to get you some money, okay? We're going to get you some money. You know how those lawyers do. We're gonna get you some money. What about your wife? Was your wife anywhere near him? Huh? Huh? She was. It was before you guys met. Oh my God. You guys looking at a you're both looking at 5 million apiece. 5 million apiece. And that's just starting with it. Did he tickle you the wrong way? Oh my God. He touched you there? Oh, that's a 10. That's 10 million right there apiece. Right? Drinking that drink. We're up to 40 million. We're up to 40 million. I'm telling you guys, I'm going to get you the money. That's what Tony telling them. Oh, shoot. Oh, my God. That's what he's telling them. I'm going to break him. I'm going to give you $400 million out of that. That's all the assets he's going to have to pay. He's going to pay. Oh, we're going to get you taken care of. Well, anyway, now they want Jay-Z to contribute. Because this girl said that back in 2000, Jay-Z and P. Diddy, I want to make sure I got it right, a.k.a. now Diddy, and another female celebrity was witnessing them doing very vital things to the 13-year-old young lady, which I would have to abbreviate SA. Now, this is how it all started, though. She said she wanted to go to the MTV Music Awards. She could not find a way to get in at first, but she stopped limos, which this to me sounds very bad. You know, young girl, 13, 2000, trying to stop limos, not good. Anyway, she finally stopped a limo with one of these guys at the MTV Music Awards. And the driver was like, yo, I'm Diddy's driver. Like, I work for Diddy. And you know what? You real beautiful. You cute. Whatever they tell you, make them think and say, you know, I can actually, I know you're his type. You know, you just hang out with us and everything's going to be fine. So that's what she decided to do. The little girl went to and got the tickets from him, got inside MTV Awards, came back out. The driver waited for her, took her to the after party. She went to the after party. She said she got I'm quite sure, an alcoholic beverage, drunk it, got dizzy. She decided to go to upstairs to a random room, whatever she was at, to lay down. And when she woke up, she met the diddler, and it wasn't good. Now, a lot of people online are, oh yeah, and after the attack, the young girl said that she ran how that all worked. She got to a gas station. She called her father. All right, so I got a lot of things about this here. I heard this story and I sat down and I said, well, you know, where did she put her clothes on at? Did she put the clothes back on when she got to the gas station? And then I was thinking, okay, well, if it has a gas station, I mean, this area they was at was probably kind of secluded, maybe gated area. But to me, even her being that age, running to a gas station, I mean, dressed like that, nobody didn't see her. Like, you know, I don't know. Allegedly, that's what she said went down. Yeah, allegedly. So Jay-Z was upset. Now I'm gonna read y'all what the statement Jay-Z read released. Let me go get y'all and I'm gonna put it up there. We're gonna read it together. And then we also going to chime in on some of this stuff here. All right. So we're gonna go on Fox News here. Now, again, this is fair use, fair use. Again, all parties involved are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Don't know if this is going to spin in an investigation on Jay-Z, but I do know that Jay-Z is not feeling what's going on right now. I do know that. And you know, it happens. You know what I'm saying? This is the real world. I mean, this is what happens when you become a billionaire and you forgot about all the crazy stuff you did back in the day. All right, so if y'all don't know who this is Jay-Z on the left, this is Diddy on the right. This is when Jay-Z had started growing the dreadlocks because you know now he got dreads now. This is back in the 90s. This is Jay-Z and Diddy. This is when Rockwell was hot. This is back in 2000. You know what I'm saying? Now I want y'all to understand something about this Diddy. Diddy has always been eccentric and been very close to Jay-Z. Him and Jay-Z have been in these circles for a long time. In fact, rumor has it that Jay-Z was the guy he was relying on to kind of like try to help him through everything. Now, Jay-Z is married to, as he would call, the baddest chick in the gang, man, which is Beyonce's husband. But again, he definitely did some craziness back in the day. That's just speaking it politely. So let me go and find this statement that he released. I can find it. Oh Lord, everything want to be slow tonight. I don't know what's going on. Let me see if I got anything open. No, everything just want to be slow tonight. I don't know what's going on. Jesus. All right, so this is his statement that he released through his Rock Nation's banner, aka letterhead. You know, and they put that letterhead on. They trying to talk business. He says, my lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and public scrutiny would make me want to settle. That's what he's saying. No, sir. It had the opposite effect. It makes me want to expose you for the fraud you are in. Very public fashion. So, no, I would not give you one red penny. You know, when they say that, they're very upset. Jay-Z said, you ain't taking my money, dog. You're not getting one red cent. Okay, we'll see, Mr. Jay-Z. Let's continue. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. All right, I want to tell Jay-Z on that line was the MTV award show was located at. But yeah, you better be careful, man, because some of these states, they statute of limitations is never ending. We're gonna continue. About doing anything to this little girl, well, they've been denying everything. They got to, you know what I mean? Women are saying the same story. There's got to be some truth to it somewhere, because not everybody's gonna wake up, women and men, saying the same story. Now, here's what's crazy. This young girl had to sign a disclosure act agreement, but she said she wasn't given a copy, which is weird because usually they give you a copy and they keep one for themselves. But anyway, it's crazy, man. Crazy stuff that happened. Now a lot of people are already victim shaming though, because they're saying, well, she's 13 years old. What's she doing at an MTV Awards? Where was the parents at? Guys, this is 2000. Let's get this straight for one. Number two, cell phones were like hen teeth, as the old people would say, or needle in a haystack. The only people that had cell phones was important people or kids that mom and dad had a little money. And one of the first dudes in my school with one. I had my first cell phone at 16 years of age. I had it in my backpack. I had it all the time on me. I had so many minutes a month. My great grandma made sure I had my minutes and stuff. It was just one of them things, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was the first to ever do it. I was one of the first kids to have a beeper, but that was because I was a child of a hustler. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my father, rest in peace, the biggest one to ever do it. But that's neither here or there. Um, 2000 just was different. Like, I was raised in that era, and we as kids, we didn't listen to our parents. We would slip out in a fucking minute, bro. Parties going on. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you so much, man. That's right. That's right. I mean, hey, my people tell you, whenever it's time for me to rock, oh yeah, I'm gonna rock, man. I need my if I could get my mods that's in here to do me a quick favor. Can y'all put my new channel in the chat so that way I could be able to try to post it, so that way people know to subscribe to that new channel while we got so many people in here. That way we can just keep it building, keep it going, and everything else. I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all know I love y'all, man. But yeah, man, it was a different era back then. When you was in the 2000s, you know, we were wilding. I mean, we really was. I mean, in 2000, I was shit. I was like, what? Man, I gotta get that in my mind for a minute. Yeah, I had just turned. Yeah, I was around about 16, 17 back then. You know what I mean? Wow, to see Lil Wayne in them. Show did. Lil Wayne was performing at a club, and they were getting it in. We was able to see him. It was, it was before Lil Wayne was doing arenas and stuff. It was a little small club, you know what I mean? But hey, we was able to get into it. We was able to check it out. So those times were different, bro. Kids were, if you was a teen, time when you hit 13 all the way up to 17, you going to do your thing. Now she said she called her father. Now, if she probably calmed herself down so her daddy wouldn't know. Now he probably asked her where she was at or where she been. But yeah. But yeah, man, we was wilding back then. Someone said her oldest was 21 back then. Then yeah, you know how it was, someone, you know what it was? Us kids was wilding. Kids from 13 on up to 21 were wilding. Anytime you go to a party, you was gone. And then I would only hang out with adults anyway. And that, I think that's a part of my problem of why I'm so old school acting and so laid back in my age, and I'm very reserved because I never hung out people with my age. Everybody I hung out with is older than me. I mean, when my wife went home, she was impressed by all the older people I had as friends. I had like maybe 3 or 4 friends my age. Everybody else older than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about grown men, people that's like 22, 23, 24, in some cases 30. And I know today that would be considered bizarre for a 30-year-old hanging out with, a teenage boys and stuff like that. But back then it wasn't like that because they just wanted to teach, they just wanted to show you how to get it. You know what I'm saying? How to work and be successful. Wasn't no funny bunny stuff like it's going on now. Because now you have to be attentive for someone 30 or 40 years old want to hang out with your child that's 16 and 17. It's like, yo, what's this about? Or 13 or 14. Yo, man, when you taking interest in my kid, because times is different. People use every rules in the book now to prey on kids. I mean, we see it all the time. And they use the same rules they used to do with us that they used on us to help us get money, like cut grass, learn how to defend yourself and box and all that stuff. These people now are using that as predatory ways to get the kids. So it's a different world from what it was 20 years ago. I tell anybody that 24 years ago is way different than what it was when I was growing up. 24 years ago, listen, 24 years ago, you would mostly hear young girls messing with grown men, to get money. But all this, yeah, they did it back then too. I'm for real, I know. But then at the same time, you also had the older guys, the older guys that would train the young dudes to go out here and do message and do illegal activity on one side, or they teach them how to work or how to provide and take care of yourself. Because 9 out of 10, the guys that hung out with them older gentlemen usually didn't have no father figure. And I'm just being honest. That's how it was back then. But now it's totally different because people use all kinds of means to be a predator. And it's sad, but it's true. It really is. I mean, you got predatory everywhere now. Who would ever thought that, you go to church, you got to be careful. Oh Lord, that went on from early 2000 to about 2004. 2004, they busted it. They busted it up. That's when the FBI closed a lot of sites down that were doing that through dial-up and stuff. That's when these hackers were just exploiting kids. And I'm glad they did that because that put a major dent in a lot of these companies and made them rethink about their chatting process, because Yahoo back then was the Wild Wild West. You didn't know what you would get on that chat with Yahoo. Other woman, they didn't care what age you was. If you was able to type, they were able to show you whatever. It was just crazy. Yeah, the internet back then was really wild. Stupid wild. Ain't like it was now. Stupid wild. But anyway, that's something I could say. I mean, the girl had to have been a wild child. And it happens to everyone. Everybody has that wild child moment. So I know, everybody is getting all in their feelings like, well, the parents should have been there. They should have stopped. Well, you know what? A lot of times our parents should have stopped a lot of things we do, but if we don't tell them, how do they know? And then I remember too, parents, were trying to work hard for their kids, trying to get the kids the world. When you got a mom that's working a 10-hour shift, did what the hell you want to do. So that's why it was like that. And it was like that for a lot of people in 2-parent households or 1-parent household. So I'm not making excuses for the parents. By all means, yes, you should always check out on your kids and find out what they're up to. But I just think that the victim shaming of, man, what she doing like that for, or is uncalled for. Another thing that I'm tired of about this subject with Diddy is this: everybody want to see the fall of a black man. Now, listen here, guys, and I'm finna stop this now because I done got to where I need to go because we about to wrap it up soon. Everything in the world today is not black or white. Everything is not a conspiracy. Okay. All right. Just because a black person get caught up in some bullshit does not mean that it's the white man put him in it. A lot of times out of 10, we put ourselves in a lot of this shit. Okay. Let's talk about Diddy's situation. Diddy knew for years. He knew for years that what he was doing was wrong. But why did he keep doing it? Like a lot of celebrities do. I can get away with it. They ain't gonna do nothing to me. Hell, he recorded people to keep insurance. But at the same time, we're not holding him accountable because all these people he terrorized are coming forward because they're tired. And that was because of Cassie. Everybody was like, well, Cassie shouldn't have asked for all that money. Shit, somebody whooped my ass like Diddy did her. I'm asking for all the money. You're right. If you done put me through that kind of stress, my hair about to fall out. I can't sleep. I can't focus. I feel bad all the time. I'm looking over my shoulder. My nerves bad. You right. I'm going to go after you. You're going to pay me something. You're going to pay me something. I'm not going through this by myself. And so, yeah, I don't blame Cass at all. She did the right thing. Now, getting back to Jay-Z, only thing I can say on his case is on the alleged allegations, he's innocent to proven guilty. Now, he's filing a motion now so he can get the names revealed. But here's the thing. Why you want these names revealed so bad? And even if you do try to dig up dirt and do an assault campaign on this young lady, if she's got a lot of credibility on what she's saying, then it's going to make you look like a bully. So like I said, these cases here, I would let my lawyer handle it. If you say you wasn't involved, I stand on that, and I would not try to push no issues or panic statements the way he's doing, because right now it making him look crazy too. I understand that he's worth $2 billion, but buddy, sometimes you gotta play chess with these type of things if you know you're innocent. Now, if you know that you did wrong, then ain't nothing you really can do, because sooner or later you're gonna have to atone for what you're doing, whether on here on earth or up there when you go to see the good Lord. Either way it goes, you're gonna have to handle it. But like I said, the thing you can take away from this situation with Jay-Z and P. Diddy is watch the company you keep. Jay-Z was always trying to be squeaky clean and try to be this hip hop icon. But at the same time, he could not keep his paws and his whole appearance or presence away from Diddy, the guy who was just reckless at all times. And you know what they say about an old saying: if you sleep with a dog that got fleas, you gonna wake up with fleas all over your ass. That's what's going on with Jay-Z. He got fleas now, and he's better hope and pray that he's got the legal how can I put this? The legal treatment to get those fleas off of him before they mess around and give him a rash that he can never get rid of. But anyway, guys, that's what I got for tonight. Shout out to everybody for hanging out with me. I hope you like the new vibe, the new Patriot News, official Patriot News live type of content. If you notice, cussing is cut down a lot. Just trying to give y'all some good, informative content that is PG-13ish. Again, this will be on Rumble, all my platforms, also on Instagram and X. Jump in all my comments and tell me, what do y'all think about the night stream? Following questions will be about, first and foremost, what do you think about Daniel Penny? Do you think Daniel Penny should have ever been charged for defending the people on the submarine, on the not submarine, excuse me, on the subway train? Next thing I want to ask you on the second question: do you think that Luigi Manigoni is right about medical insurance companies always screwing over American citizens when it comes to their health? And last but not least, last question: do you think Jay-Z will be able to be victorious in the lawsuit against him and Diddy the Diddler? Like I said, tell me what you think about those three questions. It'll be on there. I love you guys. Take care of yourself and each other. Remember, family first. Take care of yourself these holidays. I am out.